Hello everybody and welcome back to Atelier Ryza 3 with me, Dark Master, for Dark Master Series Gaming. In the last episode we were continuing with the story and we were further investigating the Atelier region and revisited Sardonica in order to, further investigate the area. We come up with a more potent solution to bind together the fairy stone and the glasswork guilds, and now we're going to further investigate the Nemed region for something to do with dragons, I guess. So let's get going and let's see what happens on this episode. So revisiting Nemed. So we passed through the gate and found ourselves really in Furore. Our final goal is to transcend worlds, so we haven't quite reached that point yet, but at least there seems to be no problem with transcending space. For now, let's go to the Chief's Manor. Alright, so we've investigated Cleria, had a good chat with Mom and Dad, and now I'm ready to go. There seems to be no problem with the gate I made. Let's go to Cleria and Nemed to continue our investigation. So that is what we are doing at the moment. Now we could make new... Oh, we've got hermit ointments. We need one more, but we got insufficient ingredients. We don't have a rose for that, so we'll just leave that for now. There is a new ingot we can make, and there is new, but we don't have sufficient ingredients. Same with that, we don't have any Delphi rose yet, so I'm guessing the Grand Organ, yeah, we don't have any Sceptrins either. Can we make any Sceptrins? That's one of the questions. Let's have a look. Don't think we can. Oh, wait there. Spirit bottle. Sceptrin. What do we need to change the recipe? Or is it just a link morph? Normal morph recipe, crystal element, Sceptrin. Right, but we don't have the right ingredients just yet, so we best just leave it for now. So we need to head to the Chief's Manor. So we're already back in Nemed. And that guy wants us to make some items for him. Yeah, we're just heading to the Chief's. Oh, hang on, we could always do with picking up more of these. Holy Arbor Crystal. Yeah, definitely could do with a few of those. How long are those two going to make us wait? Why don't you calm down and show them that you've grown up a bit? Well, he's just excited he's home, so cut him some slack. Yeah, what's wrong with getting excited? Ah. Chief, Deirdre, I'm back. I got so much to tell you about the world outside the village. Chief, what's wrong? Did something happen? Deirdre? It's nothing. The Chief is doing fine. Is there something wrong with the devices and the Seeds of Light stabilizer? The secret plans are progressing without issue. It will be finished soon enough. With the improvements to the devices and seeds, we have much more time now. Then why... There's nothing to do. It's just that we stand here with all this time we have earned and don't know what to do with it. We've lived our lives day by day, and everything we touch and rely on comes from the past. We've never thought about the future. Now we simply exist with no plan for what to do from here on. What do you mean? Don't jump to conclusions too quickly. You're still thinking. Perhaps we've been here too long. We don't know how to live any other way. You've been on your high horse for so long that you've lost your guts. If you'd rather whine and do nothing... Anyway, start acting like your life's on the line. Everyone here is doing just that. Don't make my village look so pathetic. He's been working his tail off for this village. What will happen to the village if you, the leader, are like this? Listen to him. Start acting like my life's on the line. Oh, Ryza, what do you think about what Diane and that girl were saying? I think you should ask them again when they're in a better mood, about their memories, the joys and the pains of the journey. Then perhaps he has what it takes to go on. Maybe we should tell Diane about the truth of this village. Deirdre, please tell Ryza about the graveyard, would you? The graveyard? But Chief... Sorry, Ryza. I know you just got here, but could you please take him to a certain place? A certain place? Unsightly of me to beg of you, but I need to know if there is still any strength left in us. Diane will be put to the test. You are free to do as you please with the things you will find there, Ryza, or perhaps you could... I see. Follow Diane. Right, he's just outside. Oh, we'll get some ancient blue water, definitely. Keep picking it up. We simply exist with no plan for what to do. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I completely agree. Even if this village has a deeply rooted tradition, everyone wants what's best for it, whether they want to change or to preserve tradition. Hey, even you were getting upset, Federica. Of course I am. We don't know what to do. It's just a big excuse for being lazy to me. How like the young to say that. Those with responsibility carry a heavy burden. There'll be times of hesitation. It is as she says. Ah, Deirdre. Since Diane left, the chief has been secretly making improvements to the tools and seeds here. He talked with the villagers as well. What did you say? He was checking to see what he could do for the village, but everyone was content with fading away and doing nothing. They pass time idly, unaware that the seeds of light will run out one day. The present being shrouded in the past, you hear stories like that all the time. The chief is lost. He thinks it is best for our village to just not have any problems and just to live in peace. That just isn't possible. Maybe it isn't. That's why I said he is lost. Diane, do you dare travel to the wetlands in the northeast? There the chief has something to show you. What's with this all of a sudden? There are lots of strong monsters around there. Even the Gleaner warriors dare not go there. Okay, I'll go. The chief told me to lead Diane there. He sure works people really hard. That is a sign of trust after all. They have entrusted Diane to us. Wouldn't hurt to expand our horizons a little bit here. Let's consider this a survey. To the wetlands? We need to prepare for that. Guys, is that okay? Diane, let's head on out. Right. I think I know where we're going. Be that place right at the top here, I bet. So, yeah, let's just go here. and just work our way back down. I mean, we can make some keys if we want. Go on, we'll make one and see what happens.
Ryza なら有効活用してくれるよね。
いいもの手に入るかな。集めておこう。生きのいいうちに食べてしまいたいな。
俺たちでやってみるか。
Monster blocking the way, just a pony. Oh well, let's kill them off. Shouldn't take us too long.石は様々な用途に使えます。集めておきましょう。見つけた。よっ。
なかなかいい大きさじゃないか。
石はかさばるし重たいんだよな。
発見。
こういうのは俺に任せてくれ。
Demon enemy. Thank you everyone for being here with me.
お礼なんて
No
言
need
わ
to
さんだ
thank
ぜ
us now.
そう
Just leave it to your sis and friends.
その通りです
Exactly, we'll do whatever it takes. Let's breathe some life into the chief.
張り切ってるわね
Federica,
フェデリカ
you are on a roll. I am with you.
張り切るのはいいが
Good to be in high spirits, but this place is full of danger. Keep your wits about you. I think the shorter members of our group, Leela and Patty, should take the lead instead of me.
そうだね
That's true. Patty, it's dangerous, but can you do this for us?
はい
Sure, you can count on me.
よし
Okay, Lent and Boss, cover the rear. Diane and Tao, take the left and right.
私の
Same pace as me, watch your steps.
分かった
Sure?
あ
Got it?
はい
Let's do it.
任せなさい
Everyone's moved into a protective formation, even though I thought I was supposed to lead them. Oh well.
参りましょう
Let's go.
足を取られないようにな
So it is that place. I thought it was.
転んだりしたらいやあまり想像したくはないですね
魔物も強い
I guess we have to use this.
.鍵を準備しておい
ここは
This place looks more like an old battlefield than ruins. I've seen more than enough of this kind of sight in my travels.
こういうの
I can never get used to seeing things like this.
この木で神を
So this is where a big battle took place during the Age of God. Nemed's people were defeated here,
そして
and the people who invaded this land plundered it, taking everything back with them beyond the Dragon's Passage to Orim.
竜の
万象の大抵
That is when they've created the code of the universe, right? Listening to their history only leaves unpleasant thoughts, but more importantly, look, there is more buried treasure here.
コロさん
Carla?
それにしても
But what do they want us to see in a place like this?
俺が小さい
When I was small, the old chief came here once and never returned. He said it was for some sort of ritual.
儀式
A ritual? Something important that the chief has to do.
余人には
I guess it is something they don't want anybody else to find out. I guess there are many possible reasons.
ここまで来れば
We're almost there, so it's quicker to just see for ourselves.
あ
Yeah, you're right.
ディアン
Don't let your agitation get the best of you in battle. Your opponents will show you no sympathy.
あ分かってる
I know, let's go. That's...
待ってディアン
Diane, wait, on your left.
ここにも昔を
There's
振り切れ
another
ない
here
やつ
that
がいるんだ
hangs on to the past.
こんなのに構って
We don't have time for this.
倒して先に進
Let's
め
just
ばい
beat
い
it and go on. Yeah, that's the spirit.
まったく
Lively ones, aren't they?
それじゃ
Okay, let's make way for the boys and girls. Oh, hello. Well, this thing's going to be turned into a key.
こんな強敵がいるとは言ってそうだみんな気をつけろよ
これでおしまい
終わりだライザ頼んだ
心配せず俺に任せろライザ
Enemy HP needs to be lower. Right.
来ねえならこっちからだ
お前らにもお裾分けだ
よいしょ
やっ
どれにしようかな。大盤振る舞いよ。
おっと、すまん、助かったライザー。
行くぜ。これでどりゃいけるか。こいつでどうだ。これで2投で決める。どうだ。
始めるよ。いっ
ライザ助かった。
けー。
一番だ。行く。
冷たいよ。
やばい。
まだまだまだ。さあ、お願いできる？
どうだよ。
あいつから鍵が作れるんじゃない？よし、どうだ。うわ、いいねね。せい、それ。
いや首絞まんな。こいつでどうだ。
せーの、当たれ。燃えろ。任せて。速さに自信がある。わ
まだ
ライザー、
こいつでどうだ。来ねえならこっちからだ。
どれにしようかな。いっけー。よし、今ならいけそう。みんな頑張って。
これも経験の差か。
行くぜ。そりゃこいつでどうだ。
どれにしようかな。このせーの。
どうだ。首絞まんな。終わりだ。
それ。
お前らにもお裾分けだ。
始めるよ。大盤振る舞いよ。
くらい。どりゃ
私としたことが
終わりだ。
どれにしようかな。お願い、成功して。よし、できた。
Rainbow Key.
せーの。冷たいの
ど
の。
りゃとどめだ。
それそれ。
これやばいな。
心配せず俺に任せろライザー。
行くぜ。まだまだ。こいつ。
マジでやばい。どうしよ
ライザー、
ああ問題ないぞクラウディア。
始めるよ。
やばいな。
これに決めた。発動。
助かったぜクラウディ
これで。
ア。攻撃だけの技だと思うなよ。
どうだ。まだまだ。
これで終わった。
とどめだ。
風が一緒なら
クラウディア頼めるか。
冷たいの吹くよ。
くらい。
ライザー、
まだまだ。
終
終わりだ。来ねえならこっちからだ。
みんな気をつけて。どれにしようかな。大盤振る舞いよ。どれにしようかな。
どうだ。どりゃとどめだ。これで
それ。いっけー。
まだまだ。
マジでやばい。どうしよう。
クラウディアお願い。ライザー、私に任せて。
まだまだ。
使うのはこれに決めた。発動。
迷惑をかけたな。
クラウディアありがてえ。
始めるよ。これに決めた。発動。ありがとうクラウディア。
ああ、問題ないぞクラウディ
どうだ。まだまだ。とどめだ。見切れるか。
私としてのライバー見えてるよ。風よ、力を貸して。
関くらい。まだまだ。
使うのは行っちゃって。
迷惑をかけたな。
みんな頑張って。
クラウディア頼んで平気か。
ライザーお願い。クラウディ
いや
来た。
アせーの。
どうだ。まだまだ。終わりだ。
今だいけそう。
すげえな。これも経験の差だ。
どうだ。
始めるよ。いっけ
行くぞ。行くぜ。どりゃ。糸で終わりだ。
それ。
任せろライザー。
詰め替えの言い方。
糸でどりゃ。こいつでどうだ。行くぞ。
どれにしようかな。大盤振る舞いよ。
ライザー助かった。行くぞ。
始めるよ。
どうだ。食いしまっ。やべえ。
少々まずいことになったな。
せーの。これは冷たいよ。水をあげる。
There we go, we managed to get it.
私たちの勝ちだね。
Well, that was nasty. It was a hard battle, but we managed to get through it. I think we definitely need to upgrade our weapons at some point now.
よーし。まだまだ強くなれるぜ。
少しでも早く
強
お前らに追いつかねえとな。
強っ。
Okay, now we can take our time to investigate. They seem more sophisticated than the ones at the village. Judging by the decay, they're not all from the same era.
村の跡。
So there used to be a village here. No, there are no traces of anyone having lived here. I see only decaying devices that were brought here. So someone brought these devices all the way here just to leave them here.
それが
Maybe for the secret ritual you were talking about, Diane.
こは
This is
墓だ。
a tomb.
お墓って
A tomb for devices.
違う。
No, it is the
なくなっ
tomb
ていく
of
もの
what is
の
lost.
墓だ。
So it is a place with some kind of ritualistic significance as we thought. Oops. Ah, sorry.
どうかした？
What is it, Patty?
いえ
No, it's just this thing was inside it.
これだけ新品の
This seems brand new compared to everything else. Looks like it could be silver.
なんだろう。
What could it be?
これが賢者さ
The
ん
chief said you were free to do as you please with the things you can find there. Could this be what he meant?
でもいい
But
の
is
か
it
な
really okay? This place is a tomb, right?
ライザネやアンペルが
Sis,
使えると思った
Empel,
ら
if you think you can find some use for it,
賢者様
then
も
we should bring
きっ
it
とその
back.
つもりだ。
I think that's what the chief intended.
いずれにせよ
I was going to look into it anyway. I will take you up on your offer.
本当に朽ち
Doesn't seem like there's anything else but decaying devices.
でも
But I'm sure this place means a lot to him. Only the people who have lived here can understand why it's special.
そうだね
That's true.
それに
Anyway,
ディアン
Diane
が
is not
感じる
only
だけじゃ
feeling it, but... So let's have a look
デ
around.
ィアンは何を考えたんだろうな。
きっと詳しいことは賢者さんに伝えるはず。
私たちも見届けます屋敷まで戻りましょうか
Let's farm all the items that we can from here.
毒のある植物は避けて慎重にな。
I thought there'd be a chest up here.
ワクワクするよね
Degenesis Stone. Gather all shimmering materials. Right.
「葉が鋭いものもあります指を切らないように気をつけましょう よっ どうだ
That's what I wanted to check. The secret keys. Now we did get this rainbow key. Rarity super rare. Super rare. Ice conversion. Let's see what ice conversion. During the effect, normal attacks and skills become ice elemental and ice damage is increased. Roll becomes alchemist. Modify core crystal. What's this all about? Increases maximum CC by 1. Boosts core item power by 10%. Or can we like increase all of these then? Oh, we'll just have everything then. Why not? Right. So where we're going now? Back to the chief.
ここにしよ
Let's go.
案内が必要ならいつでも言ってくれよ。面白いとこたくさん知ってるからな。
せーの。
賢者様。
Chief, was that the tomb of what is lost?
そうだ。
That's right. When devices stop working and can't be restored, they go to the tomb of what is lost.
賢者殿は
Weren't you building new devices though?
私が作るの
I
は
only make things needed for daily use, or to sell to the outside. Just simple things. I can't make things that are quite advanced,
それらには
because they need the heart that was handed down by our ancestors. The heart cannot be repaired. If it breaks, the device dies.
子供の頃から聞か
This
さ
is
れ
what
た。
I've been told since I was a kid. If a device dies, the work that was carried out using the device dies with it.
少しずつ
We live our lives relying on things that slowly die. That is who we are. That is the village of
それが
Faroe.
なるほどな。
I see. That is why this village protects all old traditions, because you face that loss daily.
でも、
But if there are things handed down to you from your ancestors, then you must have been able to make them in the past, right?
なぜ
Why did you end up losing the ability?
我らフォーレの里人
Us at the village of Faroe, we are the descendants of the people of the Age of God, those who flourished in the depths of Nemed. Huh?
後から遺
So
跡
you
の
didn't
宝
come
を
here
求
for
め
the
て
treasures
来た
in
ん
the
じゃなくて
ruins, but you are the rightful owner of the ruins.
ディアン君たち
So
が
Diane is a descendant of the people of the Age of God.
それじゃあ
Then your ancestors were there.
そう
Yes, we were once defeated by a powerful being. We were driven away from our land and became wanderers.
故郷へと
We finally crept back to our homeland hundreds of years after our defeat.
我らは
We have been wandering for generations and generations. We lost most of our technology, even knowledge of seeds of light.
もう作れない遺
We
物を
inherited relics that could no longer be made and gathered remnants from our homeland and barely managed to keep it all together.
使える器具もクラス
The devices we could actually use, as well as our people, gradually faded away. The final standing is all here in the village of Faroe. With your old inheritances like this, couldn't you somehow bring all the technology back? Past chiefs all tried, but all failed. There was too big a difference between the skills of our people now and our ancestors. So we spent our lost days just withering away, and as Diane said, we were losing our steps, but... How was it seeing the tomb built by our forefathers? Showed the symbol of our decline. Do you still want to go on? Yes, I saw outside the village, and I want to see even more. If the village is going to wither away, I'm going to bring it back. I don't have anything to offer right now, but I'll find it in the outside world. Good. I recognize you as Faraw's first blade, and on behalf of the village, I order you to see the outside world. First blade, isn't that Deidre's? It is okay. I saw that tomb a long time ago too, though I just ended up staying in the village. You saw the same thing, but you were willing to see the outside world. You were the bravest to be known as the first blade. I got it. I will change this. Rah! For how skillfully you handled that aggressive child, I am so grateful to you all. Next time we come back, Diane will have grown up a lot. Trust us. That makes my heart flutter a little, seeing young people like this. Dear Ryza, and your friends too, may I have a word with you? Head to the edge of the pond. Deidre, what do you want to talk about? You are leaving again soon, right? I just wanted to say a few things about Diane before you leave. Overprotective as ever. I don't think you need to do that much anymore. True. Anyway, as thanks, I would like you to listen to this. As thanks? Yes. Though the chief didn't say so himself, there is one important tradition in this village. That doesn't sound very good. To speak frankly, you are right. So this tradition is related to the tomb of what is lost. For generations, when something was lost, the chief took it to the cemetery to be mourned. I think Diane mentioned it a little, something about the previous chief. Ah, you heard. Yes, the previous chief also went to the tomb and never returned. Especially in a place full of monsters like that. No, it is because it's an ancient battlefield where spirits gather. That's why you set up the tombs. Exactly. Diane, who was very young at the time, could never forget the sights of how sad everyone in the village was, and he is still scared. Scared that the current chief, who raised him, will end up the same way at some point. I'm not saying it for him, but is it impossible to break these kinds of traditions? Rituals and customs are created in order to unite groups of people, therefore it is very difficult to alter them. Yes, it is a powerful tradition spanning hundreds of years, and is the responsibility of the chief handling the village. It means one day the chief will... Diane was also so frustrated that it cannot be changed, and the only thing to do was rebel. I can understand that feeling somewhat. But that kid is now saying he will leave the village and will change everything. I am so happy about that. I think Diane's feelings are very honest and simple. He likes the chief and Deidre both, and he likes this village too. Therefore, please look forward to it. Wait for the day that kid brings back enough gifts to change the village. Please take care of Diane. You got it. I will make sure he gets where he needs to be. We will do our best too. Of course. So we need to head to the dragon tree now. Oops, wrong button.
賢者さんに聞いてみようと思ってたんだ。
現状
What can I do for you? Yes, when we got to the tombs, I found this. I came here to get your forgiveness for taking it. I knew you would find it, just as expected. This is metal that was used in the heart of the machine. It is an incredible thing that transmits power and is very sturdy. For generations, different chiefs would try and figure out how it works, but none have done so yet. Before heading to the tombs, it is custom to put one's skills on the line that they have honed, including those unfulfilled. You have also tried it too, right? I have tried many times, yes, since I was influenced by Dian and Empel. But in any case, it seems better to have left it to an alchemist, as they would know how to use it. It is a bit bloomy to call it courtesy, but I will research it too. But won't Dian get upset if you keep thinking so darkly? By the way, in relation to the reason we came here, one thing I have found out is I have a bit of a secret proposal that is a bit out there. Could you hear me out? Sure, I'm all ears. But first I will tell you the meaning of Dragonstorm, which has caused you harm. This is a place where dragons come and go between worlds using the Dragon Vein and the passage. I'm guessing from its structure, the people of Nemed originally built a strong castle here to research the passage. Until they arrived at Orim, there was no sign of any wrongdoing. It seems your forefathers fared much better. They may have been just as cowardly as we are now, so what do you propose? Yes, actually, the village is located along the Dragon's Path. It is right above the Dragon Vein and right in front of the passage. They may have settled here to avoid storms, but it ended up being very counterproductive. Dragons and storms both fly and blow here. But what? With storms happening every 100 or so years and generations changing, it was hard to settle on bigger measures. But now that you know it's dangerous, wouldn't that be enough of a reason to take action? Speaking of which, there's a place on the hill to the east which is located in between the Dragon Veins, and if we move the village there, it will not be as dangerous as it is now. I see, but I can't just abandon my hometown. However, even if spoken by the chief, no one will just agree to move to the village suddenly. That's right. But for someone who might be able to change it someday, this is a good base to start. That's right. Chief, you should not think of this heart as something for a ritual, but something you should challenge from time to time. Someday it will lead you somewhere. I will follow your example and study it also. I never expected the excursion of the Dragon Vein would be as fruitful as this. There are no wasted efforts. Isn't that how it should always be? So, we're returning to our atelier. Let's go! Sis, let's head off to wherever is next. We're not out to go sightseeing. Flying with the Dragon Vein is important research for Miss Ryza. Therefore going somewhere is also experimenting too, right? More or less. The tablet isn't fully sorted out yet. Can't just fly off as we please. Having studied the incredibly powerful Dragon Vein that runs through this region, I've learned a few things. What do you mean by that? Even if you were to fly with maximum power, you cannot break through the walls of the world. The methodology itself is wrong, is what I mean. What do you mean, the experiment failed? It is important to understand that it is impossible for now. It is evidence that we have to think of something else. So what do we do? Nothing will change for the time being. We have to look at things one at a time to figure out what is wrong. So we just have to continue flying using the tablet, right? Yes, I have a lot to think about. The technique used to transcend using the Dragon Vein is still immature, or we wouldn't understand even if you tried to explain it to us. Anyway, we need to fly to the next region. Ryza and Empel will get something. That's good enough.
やれやれ
So all the trouble's been left to us, right?
人はそれぞれ
We all have our strengths and weaknesses. You guys are the alchemists. We are not.
ライザ姉は
Sis is doing something incredible that we cannot do at all.
素直な子
Your words warm my heart. Ah, right, Diane. You are already known to be one of the best.
ああそうだ
Oh, yeah.
なら
Then please don't refer to me so formally anymore. Please just call me Ryza.
それはダメだ
I can't do that. I think you are so amazing, so you will always be my sis.
あらら
Oh, you're going to be stubborn about it. Well, I'm glad to hear about it.
それじゃ
Well, let's head on back to the Atelier on Kark Isles. I'm back.
さて
Okay, let's sort out our... Huh?
どうした
What is it? What's going on? What happened?
結晶と石
The
板が
crystal and the tablet are beginning to glow.
なんだ
Did you do something?
何もしてない
You didn't do anything, right?
いや
No?
いや
No, we have just transcended.
もしかして
Maybe the tablet reacted to something. Oh, the crystals are shattered.
石板の
Seems to be reacting to the force of the transcendence caused by the tablet, but maybe not strong enough. Guess we need to study a lot more about this.
なあライザ姉
Hey sis, what about the silver one from the tombs? Do you think you can use it? Yeah, I was thinking to look into that one as well. Might take a little while.
それなら
Then I guess we should take a little break.
ライザさん
Miss Ryza, you've seen Patty?
いや
No, I was focusing so I didn't know.
パトリツィアさん
If you're looking for Miss Patricia, then I think she is headed to the Valence Company.
急いでと言われ
She seemed to be in a hurry.
気分転換
I think I will go and check on her.
召喚に向かったってことは
Right,
手紙を受け取りに行ったのかな
so head to the Valence Company.
ちょっと気になりますね
I think we'll send this guy out as well.
ね冒険 ここがいいな そういえばさ
By the way, what have you two been doing? You travelled around after we parted, right?
別に前から
Nothing really, just the same as before. I continued the research while relocating from one base to another in search for the gate.
私はアンベル
While Empel was doing all sorts of things, I didn't have much to do, so I just laid back and relaxed.
だらだら
By laid back you mean,
食べたいものを
I ate whatever I wanted to eat, and the rest of the time, I'd just lay around and sleep. Wait, you really didn't do anything? You're not exaggerating?
あ
Yes, not a thing.
そんなことを
If
してい
you
たら
did something like that, wouldn't you gain weight in a heartbeat?
そういうのは気
I've
にし
never
た
really cared about that stuff.
私も
I've never cared about it either.
リラさんの体は
Layla's body is different from yours, Ryza.
ライザがリラさん
If you
を
were to do what Layla did, you would completely change in no time.
そうかな
Really?
だって
I mean, Layla has great muscles. You're built differently, isn't that right?
確かに私の
You're right. In my case, I'd lose weight if I don't do anything.
本当ですか
Is that true? I envy you.
本文が他にある
Unlike you, who have other pursuits, I am a White Fang clan warrior, whose fate is to fight Felucia.
ずっと体を鍛え
There was no way I could neglect my physical training. That might be why I'm reasonably muscular.
ほら
See?
もし
If you want to lay around while not gaining weight, maybe you should train yourself to death like Layla. Well, then I would stop laying around.
俺もこっちの方は詳しくないんだよな。もともと用事もなかったし。
さあさあ集めちゃいましょうね。すぐ釣れるといいけど。どちらへ向かいますか？
Oops. We're going to Kirken Island. Guess we've got some character events so we can see too. Why don't we do those first? Yeah, we'll keep up with those.
夜は危険も増える。
空間島がいなくなら俺の里はどうなっちまうんだ。
あの人何してるんだろう。
Oh, Ryza, good timing. I heard from Agatha. There's new information about that dragon. Oh, really? What kind of info? Seems a merchant witnessed something dragon-like flying on the opposite shore of the island. So it really is out there. I wonder if it's the same as the one from before. If so, that'd mean it's staying put. You say opposite shore, but where is that specifically? Was spotted further north of the road. There were a couple of sightings in that area, which means we can assume it lives somewhere around there. North of the road. That's a big area to search, but let's go.
街道の北か。メイプルデルタくらいしか思いつかないけど、あの辺り。
ここでいいのか。
空間島に来るときはいつも何かしら事件に見舞われている気がするのだが。
What's that? When I grow up, I want to go to the Capital Academy. Oh, you want to go, do you? Well, I'm sorry. I'd love to let you, but we don't have the money to send you there. Costs a lot to go to the academy. Even someone as rich as Mr. Brunnen had some trouble with it. Without being nobles or something, I can't grant your dream. Oh, but I want to study lots. I want to learn things the little schools won't tell me. Then get good grades like Tao. If you do, they might let you in for free. Okay, I'll get better grades, then just watch me. I'm in the academy because my father told me to go, but it really isn't the easiest place to enter. Maybe so. I've talked to everyone when I went to the capital, but I'm not a student. I think the only ones that went to the academy from this village are just Tao and Boss in the end. Oh really? No one else? In the first place, not many people even leave Kirken Island. There's no problem with not going to the academy, so it probably just feels like an indulgence. I did teach a bit at the school, so I do think it's an important place where you can study lots. Going to the academy isn't something typical, then I've been very fortunate. I've been thinking a little since then about what I should do. I don't want to ruin the house, so it's hard for me to just run off like Mr. Lent did. At the same time, inheriting the house simply because of fortune doesn't sit right with me. I don't want to act purely as I'm meant to. So I thought about what to do, and then it came to me that the academy is there to learn such things. So I plan to study much more. I might not have an answer right away, but one day I'll have my own answer. I like it. Sounds good to me. At the very least, I'm planning to turn down any talks of a husband my father brings up. I don't want to spend my own life with someone else on a parent's orders. Well, At the very least. Yeah, that figures.
パティが今後どうしていくのかちょっと気にはなってたけど、
Right. To the Valence
考えが見
Company.
えてきたみたいでよかったな。
パティ、
Hey, Patty, what's going on? What is that letter?
皆さん、
Everyone. Oh, what should I do? But I have no idea.
パティ、
Patty? Have you calmed
落ち着い
down?
た？どんな手紙を
What was the letter you got?
お父様が
My father said since we haven't received any response from Tao, the recommendation for the Royal Academy may be no more.
え？
What? The deadline was that close? Tao didn't mention anything to us, so I thought we had more time.
どうして
Why is Tao so hesitant about joining the Royal Academy?
迷う理由
Whatever the reason is, this is no way to return all the favours. I'm going to teach him a lesson.
待ってください。
Wait, please. No, that's not it.
違うって
Huh?
何が
What do you mean?
実は
Actually, I'm the one who suggested Mr. Tao to submit a thesis to the Royal Academy. What? But that was for Tao's sake, right?
ライザさんは
Miss Ryza,
どこ
how
まで
much do you
聞いてるんです
know?
か？
Archaeology and architecture, right? You got accepted into those two departments and isn't sure which one to choose, right? Huh?
学術院だと
At the academy, these are two different subjects and you have to decide which one you want to pursue before you get in.
はい。
Yes, I thought he would be happy to return to the capital, but then he sent me this letter which made me follow him here.
他にやることが
He wrote, I have other things to do, and I thought he might throw everything away and just stay here. So that's why you were so upset then. You should have asked Tao more. I leapt out, chased after him, desperate to meet him. That's why I pointed the finger at you all, one-sidedly.
でも
But then I saw how Mr. Tao was having exciting adventures with you all, and he looked so happy.
タオさんに
I was the one who approached Mr. Tao to submit the thesis. I'm also the one who chased him all the way to his journey to save his
押しか
hometown.
けてきたのにこうして今も
And I am the one still forcing him to follow this path. I want Mr. Tao to stay in the capital, to be a researcher at the Royal
タオさんの
Academy.
妹にお父様も
Maybe Father will accept him. Maybe I'm forcing my feelings too hard on Mr. Tao.
勝手すぎて
I was so selfish that I just hated myself, and I cannot say I want you to do this anymore.
そんなに
If you feel so down about it, why don't you dump everything on Tao?
それは
That's a bit
少
rough.
し乱暴
How
では
about trying to find a compromise?
辛くても
Even though it seems hard, you shouldn't do anything about it right now.
クラウディア
Claudia, but
タオ君は
I
島の
don't think
問題を
Tao can
放って
forget about the
元に
problem on the
戻らないと
island
思う
and return to the capital. I think he is searching for answers as he is going.
自分の都
If you
合を
want to
相手に
impose
押し付
your
けたい
will
な
onto
ら
them, you have to pay a reasonable price, even if it is about your heart.
私の方が
I am more than willing to pay the price. I will do anything for Mr. Tao.
期限を引き延ばす
I
方
will
法
see
が
if
ない
we
か
can extend the deadline. I will write to my father to discuss it.
すごい
That's awesome, Claudia.
尊敬します
Massive respect for you. That is the dignity of a true woman. What are you two saying?
よし
Okay, I need to continue my research too. First we have to solve what's going on the island.
パーティーって本当に
So we
真面
need
目
to return to the atelier in the
フェデリー
Cargiles.
カに言われたくないわどこに行きますか
素材集めこんなものが突然現れたっていうのにどうしてもっと大騒ぎにならないんだろう。
ライザー
Ryza, how is the research going?
いや
Well,
んまり
nothing much.
結局
I haven't really found anything out about the metal I found at Nemed. They say it is used as some kind of device, and I don't think it's some kind of ordinary metal.
これは少々
I think I underestimated this a little bit. It has beaten all those chiefs through hundreds of years for a reason.
結晶と一緒
I
に
will have to spend a lot of time looking into this, along with the crystals.
ライザさん
Miss Ryza, Mr. Tao would like to have a word with you. Huh? What is it, Tao? Remember when I said that I will find a way to manage the control center to dissolve the interference from the Isles?
そういえば
Yeah, quite a while ago. Did you find it?
残念ながら
Unfortunately, I haven't yet.
でも
But I thought I would try to explain what I have managed to figure out so far.
タオってば
Tao, you never stopped moving, even when you were back in Kirken Island.
そりゃ
Well, I'm not here on vacation.
とにかく
Anyway, I will gather the others, so let's go to the heart of the island.
分かった
Sure. So let's go to the heart of the island.
「どちらへ向かいますか?」
うむ、面白そう。
それで
So what did you find out?
劇的に
It's not really a secret that affects anything drastically, but I thought an explanation might help Ryza make an informed decision. I would love to hear it.
これまで分か
To
った
summarise what we have learned so far, we are sure there is a dragon vein running through Lake Ellipse.
私たちが天
The same one that we use for teleportation and the code of the universe was also moved using a dragon vein too, right?
この湖に
It is no coincidence that a dragon vein is at the lake.
まず
First of all, Kirken Island wasn't initially intended for people to live on.
ああ確か
I am sure of that, as we found that note at the Pioneer Holy Tower.
たまたま避
It
難
was
場所
just
として
there as a shelter. That's what the note said. Now I am starting to remember. It was used as an evacuation shelter, but maybe it served some other purpose too.
もう一つ
There's just one more thing I want you to remember. Something we heard from Starchild at the ruins around the capital.
えっと
What we heard was,
空間と
the alchemists that created Kirken Island created it with the intention to make an island that could fly.
そう
Oh yes.
何が何だか分か
What
ら
are
ない
they saying?
今は静かに
Shh,
聞いて
just
くだ
listen
さい
for now. We'll also have to ask Patty for more details later.
クリーン
Clint, the menace that offered the sanctuary to Felucia.
ただし
However, the research didn't go that far because something happened at the stage when making the island float.
大進行だな。
The invasion.
クリント王国の
The alchemists from Clint Kingdom also tried to use a dragon vein to make Kirken Island fly, I guess.
そして
And maybe the interference Kirken Island is taking from those isles, I'm sure that is also due to the dragon vein. The code of the universe is anchored within the dragon vein, isn't it? It remains in this land.
僕も
I think there is a possibility that the anchor is the cause of the problems.
と
That's all I can think of for now. What do you think?
万象の大天
The
は
code of the universe
怒りで
is
この地
anchored
に
here.
止まってる
It is interfering with Kirken Island.
空間島に
Yeah, that'll help. I'll try and think a little bit
もう
more.
少し考えてみる
Thanks. That's a relief. It is important to organise and line up your thoughts.
神代の民が
The techniques to use dragon veins were developed by the people of the Age of God, and then they were inherited by the Clint Kingdom.
全部
It all connects the past to the present. Yeah, you can figure out anything if you research and explore. I hope for the same with the teleportation mechanism.
見えるほどには
I guess not enough checking and research has been done into it.
まだまだ道
We
は
still have so long to go, but it feels like we are making progress. Thank you, Tao. I will let you know as soon as I find something else.
湖
に浮かぶ島か。
So let's see if we can have a look around here.
フィルフサ対策にこうするべきかもしれんな。そっか。過去から今に。
そういう
Were
大き
items
な流れ
here
の中で
before, if I
我々
remember.
は生きているということだな。
それなら次に調べるならやっぱり。よし、アトリエでみんなに相談してみよう。
Doesn't look like there's any items here this time. Guess we just
どこに行くの？
back to the Carkyles. So let's pop to the lighthouse and back to the Atelier.
いろんな素材が手に入りそうだから、どの島に行くか迷っちゃうな。さて次なんだけ
Okay,
ど
for our next destination, I think we should go visit Windle again. Oh, to Windle?
いよいよ
It's
風
about
跡と
time we
有月の関係
investigate the
を調べる
relationship between the passage and dragon veins. Yes, I think I can get clues on what I'll need to think about and what to make. Underworld, Orem. After so many trips there, the word underworld doesn't really fit anymore.
両方を頻
I
繁
think
に
we are the only ones who go back and forth between the two so often. Yes, I'm not sure how much better it would be if we could come and go naturally.
当たり前に。
We have taken coming and going for granted.
皆の言葉
This is all very
白く
true.
もっとも
I am very happy to hear that.
ところで
By the way, is there anything else we should know about this world?
カラさん。
Miss Carla, what's up?
いや何？
What? There's no need to be in such a rush to go back. There has to be more we need to look into on this side.
もしかして
Are you trying to say you don't want to go back?
それじゃあ
Well then, off to Windle through the passage. You okay there? Nods. Right.
おかえりなさい。あ、帰ってきてる。さてと、何をしよう。
Let's select an area. We'll go by health.
いっぱい食べてね。冒険。
Okay, so thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Atelier Ryza 3. We have advanced the story quite a lot, to be fair. We re-investigated the Nemed region, and we managed to go on a trial for the chief to uncover the Tomb of the Lost, which is where all of the devices go when they no longer work. And then Diane was granted permission to go and investigate the outside world in order to help the village prosper into the future. We then were backwards and forwards on the Kark Isles, trying to discover a way to transcend and go to the code of the universe. And now we are investigating the Underworld again. So our next task is to return to Underworld from the Dragon's Passage, and yeah, continue from there. So our current quest, I have a feeling that if we investigate the relationship between the Dragon Vein and the Dragon's Passage, we will surely get some clues. For now, let's just do whatever comes to mind. Let's go to the Underworld through the Dragon's Passage. So thank you again for joining me. Give me a like and a sub if you've enjoyed the story so far. And until next time, that's it from me, and I will see you guys on the flip side.